Hey, I'm back on. I had to take some still photos of the beautiful sun that was happening with the beams down into the water. Very beautiful here at Salmon State Park and the Maureen's. Check it out. This is kind of the end of the walk. See, I was up there. Up there, there's a viewing platform. That's where I was. And now I'm coming back down here and I want to walk out to the end. And I might do that. I'm contemplating. So I really haven't walked very much. I'm supposed to be doing like 2 to 4 miles a day. Because this is the day 55 of the obese man's weight loss journey, 365-day weight loss journey. That's what this is right here. Oh, there's a guy, look, on him like on a center console boat. I definitely would have something bigger than that, like a Rady White. But these are the real moorings right here, see? This is all the boulder deposit. Moorings, marines, marines, moorings. There's a guy fishing, see? He's got his pole and everything down there. He's trying to get the sea bass because they're running right now. You see way out there is the tip end. So I can try walking out there a little bit. You can do that. Here's where it talks all about the salt marsh. Have an asset. Salt marsh. See, talks all about to 402 acres. Isn't it cool? See, here are all the things that are here. And we're gonna go right now. See? I'm going this way. So you check it out. Yeah, very cool. I love it. I love it here. Yep. It's the 365-day weight loss journey of a 61-year-old obese man. And I am still technically obese because I think I have to get down to like maybe someone knows the 20 percentile or something on the BMI scale. This is really pretty here. It's really pretty, right? Look at that. This is Connecticut, coastal Connecticut. Never would, but most people don't even know how beautiful this is here. Connecticut just got ranked as one of the safest states to live in. Yeah, one of the safest states. All of New England, of course. You know why? Because we don't take shit from anybody. That's really why. States, all of New England, of course. You know why? Because we don't take shit from anybody. That's really why. In the US since the beginning. Connecticut and Massachusetts. Where do you think Samuel Colt was? That was in Hartford, Connecticut, and New Haven, Connecticut. See, here's the Marines, and here's the path. Now, I usually go down the path in the woods, but I could go down this path on the beach. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go down the. Look at that cool view. See, check it out. Isn't that pretty? Check it out. I'm trying to avoid other people. It's hard on the weekend because it's just busy. Even though it's October, late October, weekends are very busy here. And during the weekdays, it's very quiet. In the off season, there is camping here, and it gets very, very busy. But then after the middle of October, Columbus Day weekend or Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, it gets much less crowded here. The state, unfortunately, wanted to capitalize on all the interest with the trailers. The pandemic. Everybody bought trailers and everybody bought boats, and the state wanted to capitalize on that. So they put in about, I don't know, 400 electrified sites. There's a little birdie. 400 electrified sites. And there's lots of people that camp on those and everything. But that's all pretty much coming to an end at this time of year. So look, here's the cool beach part right here. See, really cool. And then you come out here and you go, and I'm just trying to keep going here because I gotta get my 5,000 steps in, which would be 2 miles from me, 2,500 steps from me, or a mile. So here's this. check out. This is really all shells. This entire thing right here is a giant mound. It's probably like 50 feet high of shells, just shells, shells, shells. And see, that's a birdhouse over there. Birdhouse. Here's the marsh. This is a saltwater marsh in Connecticut. All this is marsh, about 2 miles just over there. Lots of marsh, all sea marsh, saltwater marsh. Wow. So someone took apart the giant ring that was out here? Really? Maybe it's in a different spot. I'm thinking of a different spot. But there was a gigantic ring out here. I'd be really surprised if someone took that apart. I documented it in one of my previous walks out here. No, it's up here. I see it now. Okay, it's a gigantic drum circle or something. Some people have done. I don't know when they come out here, but um, it'd be really cool to have a big bonfire out here. I'm sure that organized groups do that, like through the nature center. There's a nature center here, and probably have to get a permit to do that. I would imagine. But there's this giant circle right here. See, this one is giant. It's a giant stone circle, and I'm sure that people do drumming circles in here. Maybe the druids and people like that. I don't know. But let's see if people put a pile of rocks there. So I found a drumming thing out here. I found a drumming tom-tom thing one day. So really don't like that at all. I really don't like that at all. At all. At all. It's so funny when you see when people have kids in college, they wear all the college gear. See, my kids are out of college now. All my kids are out of college, out on their own, all working, all killing it. All my kids are working and doing a great job. Look, isn't this cool? Right? Isn't this beautiful out here? See, but I never knew what this was right here. I only found out this was recently, a couple years ago. This thing right here is for hooks. If you find hooks and lures and stuff, fishing stuff, you're supposed to put it in there for safety. But yeah, so I'm all the way out here. I'm just gonna keep going. This thing is just a giant pile of shells right here. It's about 50 feet high. And we're here in Connecticut, Amnassa State Park. It's like exit 62 on 95, and it's about two. It's the crown jewel of the Connecticut State Park system. It's 2 miles long beach, and then this is so cool. The beach is like one thing. People go there, and, you know, beach chairs and stuff, sun and tan and all that. But this is my favorite part, where you can just walk and walk and walk, and go out here, see all the nature. This is my favorite part, and the seagrass. I love this, and the beach plum and all the cool little stuff, little growth, little plants and animals. I just heard a cricket over there. I saw a terrapin. I saw a diamondback terrapin. One time when I was out here, not right here, and more than what sand dunes are, was because it was laying eggs, and that's I saw it. But it was very cool, and I told the people about it, and they're like, "Oh wow, they never had even seen one." The people that work at the nature center, yeah, they have them in the nature center. They have a couple of them, but they'd never seen one actually in the wild. So that's the actual salt marsh out there. So it's really cool, and I love it. And it's really good. And this is, kind of low tide right now. I should check the tide before I come out here, but I never do. But it's good to know what tide it is. So I haven't gone all the way out here in a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with you guys since I'm here, and I got to get my steps in because this is day 55 of a 61-year-old obese man's 365-day weight loss journey. So this is day 55, and I'm at the end of my second month. So hopefully I've lost 10 pounds in total because I'm trying to just take it off naturally through intermittent fasting, walking, and eating less junk and all that. So I'm trying to do that right now. And so I should have lost 10 pounds by the end of this month. And I weigh in every month at the end of the month at my doctor's. So I'll be going over there this week or next week, this coming week, the way in. So here's the path right there. This week or next week, this coming week, the way in. So here's the path right here. I don't know how far I can go out here, but I want to get my walk in. Oh, yeah, I just go pretty far. I know there's some people come up behind me. It gets crowded out here on the weekends, and I just wanted to get my walk in. So I thought I'd bring you guys with me. So this is Connecticut. It's on the water. It's very beautiful here, and the sun is going down. This is all the moorines. It's called the moorines with all the boulders, and you can see all along here. It's very pretty. You see down there the sun, the rays of the sun going down, and it's kind of cloudy, so the sun is in. I was hoping it was going to come out. It's much better, obviously, if the sun is out, for this. But anyway, you just got to take what you can get, and you got to go. And you're trying to do the walking thing. You got to do it every single day. There's something that's going to work. Oh, there's people, the dog. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go this way and go over here, and yeah, and I can avoid the dog because as much as I love dogs, I don't really want to deal with the dog right now. So yeah, now I'm going to go back on the path because guess what? Isn't that cool? Check it out. This is Connecticut. I love it when people have dogs and then they put the doggy doo in a plastic bag and then they put the plastic bag down somewhere. That's really not helping anybody. So they should develop a doggy doo doo bag that is biodegradable. I don't think they figured that one out yet. So what ends up happening is you see all these like doo doo bags all over the place, especially like in the wintertime. And then when all the foliage disappears, you see all the doo doo bags in the woods and stuff. Like people meant well, but picked up the doo doo, then they don't get rid of the doo doo bag and then they leave it somewhere. Like, this is someone else's problem. Really? Why is it someone else's problem? If you have a dog and you picked up the doo doo in a bag, why is it someone else's problem that you now have a doo doo in a bag, a poopy doody in a bag? That's just something I have not really figured out. Like, why? If you're going to pick up doo doo, right? Like, isn't this pretty? Look at this. Look at the water. So pretty. This is Connecticut. This is coastal Connecticut, and Connecticut just got ranked one of the top places right now to live in the country because what's going on. And guess what? Real estate, you don't have to worry about it in Connecticut. You buy real estate here, it's golden, it's solid. I would say definitely along the coast, coastal communities. You got to make sure you're up at a good elevation on the coastal community. You don't want to be down at water level or below water level, like Old Saybrook. I used to have a cottage there, and we were in the A flood zone, which was disastrous. In the 1938 hurricane, where my cottage was in Old Saybrook, got completely wiped out. So, if you're going to be there, Old Saybrook is like a flood delta, as is Stratford and other places. Wherever there's a river coming out, into the salt water, that is a flood delta. So automatically flood delta. Look at the light down there. Isn't that so pretty? So pretty. And I hear people coming up behind me, and I don't want to hear them yapping behind me. So I got to get out the trail. They're coming. They're coming. They're constantly coming behind me. So I gotta go. I gotta do my jogging. I'm gonna start doing the Chinese run walking that everyone's talking about. The Chinese, like fast walking. It's kind of like half jogging. That's what everyone's saying. Like what you should do as far as the ultimate best way. Because walking has way less impact than running on your body. And really they're saying it's pretty much the same. Pretty much you can get the same results. Just like running never made sense to me because I saw my brother, who was a big football player and everything, saw him in the 70s sweating it up, running all the time on concrete. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's killing himself for the future. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look at the light back there. Freaking beautiful. There are people coming. I gotta go. Can't let them get in the frame. Can't let him mess up my frame, bro. Can't let him mess up my frame. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, wouldn't that be so cool to see the subsurface? We're not near the sub base right now, but one of these days, one time one of my friends saw a sub going back to the sub base in Groton. They were on a ferry from New London, which is right next to Groton, over to Long Island and to North Fork to Orient Point, and they saw a subsurface as they were leaving or coming in. They saw the subsurface, so cool. And then the sub has to get escorted by 4 tugboats into the Thames River and then up to the sub base. So if you ever going by on the Amtrak or something and you see 4 tugboats to get like two and two, there's 2 on each side of the sub because they have to guide it up the river. That's true every single time. So anyway, little Connecticut stories. The Electric Boat is there. Electric Boat is running ads in all of the big sporting events now. The ad just says buildsubmarines.com. Buildsubmarines.com. That is to get a job working, not only for Electric Boat, but all of the, I just noticed this thing because I went to the website, all of the subcontractors that provide, there's like 4,000 little companies provide the parts to build all the submarines. Isn't that incredible? There's 4,000 small little companies that are providing all the parts that go into building the submarines. These are the boomer submarines, the new Columbia class that, yes, Obama ordered. You never would believe it, right? That Obama ordered 30 new missile submarines, the really big ones that have the missiles, the big Minuteman missiles in them, the big multi-warhead missiles, They're a big deterrent, the ICBMs. But yeah, it was a Democratic president. And guess what? Democratic presidents are the only ones that ever create jobs. Go back and look. I challenge you to go look at all the past Republican administrations. Look at all the jobs they've created, basically end up being almost no jobs. Republican presidents, it turns out, are not very good for the economy. The Democratic presidents are way, way better for the economy. And it turns out for freedom. Look, we're having our constitutional freedoms taken away right now. They're being taken away very, very, very slowly and gradually, but it's very dramatic. Okay, I'm going to go now because these people are coming and I want to end on a good note. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm going to go now. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye, guys.